Okay, so I've had a few days off, what with it being Christmas and all. Just enough time to relax and decompress. Wouldn't want to get the bends. Just enough time to relax, but not so much time that the intrusive thoughts start to dominate my every waking hour. People are going to forget about you. How are you going to pay for everything? You're going to have to go back to doing 10 classes a day. So I'm feeling refreshed and inspired to make the most of these last 6 days of December. So let's start with Rishi Sunak. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak did a cute little Christmas video from number 10 Downing Street, in which he appeared to take a very slight, subtle dig at Prince Harry.
How many of us feel battered?
Am I the only one here?
Cringe. Oh, sorry. Cringe.
Number 10 press office. Harry, you've got the wrong number.
Yeah. So the reaction to Rishi's little gag there on social media, the consensus seems to be, oh, fair play, Rishi. Gotta hand it to him. You don't have to hand anything to Rishi Sunak. Whenever a politician attempts to interact with popular culture and ingratiate themselves with the electorate, it is cringe. Now, I'm the first person who enjoys a joke at Prince Harry's expense, but I'm afraid we've got to have standards, people, okay? And Mr. Dining Room Chair in the middle of a field of barley doesn't quite cut it. Look at him wearing a hoodie over his suit. Hoodies, that's what the scum wear, isn't it? Will that make me more relatable? We calculate it will make you at least 12% more relatable, yes. Great! And if on the television you're watching Elf, it was recently voted in a poll of council estate dwelling scum that Elf was their #1 Christmas film. Huzzah! Elves it is then. And what's he pouring on his food there? Hot sauce? Now, I've got no evidence to back this up, but I bet he's a massive germaphobe and hates cats. Just think of the votes, Rishi. And as for the cat, I mean, the cats are indifferent at the best of times. And this is like Larry's 7th owner. Larry fucking hates Rishi. Anyway, should we take a look at what Meghan's been getting up to?
I want to give a huge shout out to our amazing, clever team here at HQ. Without them, we are nothing. Our fulfillment crew, lovingly packing your lattes.
Oh, who's that in the background there? It's our very own Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, faffing around, pretending to work. She's quite the method actress. She's been preparing for this role for 3 years.
They've been listening to Britney on loop since 2019.
So, very cute, yeah, that first role that we see Meghan in as the young 42-year-old lady, packing lattes, starry-eyed, working her way through college. Love it.
Our very smart, only slightly nerdy digital team, making sure the website doesn't crash again like it did last year.
And there's our Megsy again, this time in the role of a young 42-year-old starry-eyed tech nerd. Nerd! Troubleshooting, shooting all the trouble.
Finally, the glue that literally holds us all together.
And the third role, that of a young 42-year-old starry-eyed temp handing the coffee to the CEO.
Ha, great.
Like watching Peter Sellers in Being there.
Our incredible, resilient fulfillment team.
Oh, now I don't normally comment on people's physical appearance. That is beneath the Daniel Boland show. I have a strict moral code here. But that is quite an odd shot of Meghan, isn't it? It's like the legs have a mind of their own, like Wallace and Gromit's wrong trousers. It reminded me of one of the Mr. men, but I wasn't really sure which one. For some reason, Mr. Sneeze came to mind, but I went away and had a look, and it was Mr. Tall, naturally. Why would it be Mr. Sneeze?
Incredible, resilient fulfillment team that have helped make 2023 such a big success.
I love it when they break the fourth wall like that. It really warms my cockles. Anyway, moving on. Here is something I didn't get round to making a video about a couple of weeks ago. It was Piers Morgan speaking to a special guest about Meghan Markle and racism.
I talked with Neil Ferguson about this.
Ooh, look who it is. It's Feminist 4.0 and friend of the show, Ava Santina.
Who'd want to shag that?
Secondary issue of the way that they tainted with that Oprah interview the entire country via the prism of our figureheads, the royal family and the monarchy, as a bunch of callous racists, when in fact, you know, this is from a historian like Neil, who knows better than most what a racist, intolerant place looks like. And he, you know, by any normal metric, Britain is one of the most tolerant places in the world.
I think that I think you know what you're saying there. You know, you've made a decision that the royal family haven't done anything racist, and there's not going to be any further scrutiny of whether, you know, anyone in the royal family said something to upset Meghan. But
yeah, you're damn straight. There's going to be no more scrutiny. I'm sick of all your scrutinising around, right? What do you want now? Polygraph tests? Private investigators dusting for racism in the palace.
But look, you know, we were all there for the last couple of years, and the couple of years leading up to their, well, sorry, not a couple of years, but the couple of months leading up to their wedding. We do know how the press treated Meghan Markle, and we do know that there were a lot of allegations made against her that, I'm sorry, they could be called racist. You know, she had a pretty terrible time.
Like what?
Look, I'm not going to go over old accusations. I mean, there was...
Well, name one.
All right,
name one.
okay, so her skin colour was, you know, she was called exotic. That was a pretty racist thing to say. And, you know...
Yeah, that was... Rachel Johnson used that phrase.
Johnson, the reason I don't like bringing that up is because
upset.
Rachel has, you know, corrected that in, you know, the years that followed that. But, you know, there were many, there were accusations levelled at her that were completely unfair. I mean, there was a 2-page spread given to her consumption of avocados.
They weren't racist.
It was totally ridiculous. It was totally ridiculous.
Yes, that was, as Ava said, toastily ridiculous when they went after Meghan's avocado consumption. That 2-page spread was what really, it was the straw that broke the camel's back in many ways. That was the day Harry found Meghan huddled in a ball in the fetal position at the bottom of the stairs, weeping. It was the avocados that she couldn't take anymore. That was as racist as it gets.
Yeah, but they weren't racist. And my point is, if you go back and look at the press coverage on the wedding day, for example, I know I wrote the Man on Sunday's big piece on it. Everyone was welcoming in this country the idea of a biracial marriage into the royal family.
Not everyone.
There was not a tinge
Not
of
everyone.
racism.
Not everyone.
Yes, actually.
No,
pretty
not
much
everyone.
everybody.
That's like
there was
saying
no
that
racism.
all fans of the Premier League aren't racist, and we do know that people who comment on it, you know, all the footballers' Instagrams after every single match do put racist comments on there, but you can make an argument that the Premier League itself is not racist.
Well, you could try and make the argument that the Premier League isn't racist, but they're not taking the knee before games anymore, and, you know, if it were up to me, they'd play the 90 minutes on their knee.
Look, I think there was a level of introspection that was levelled at Meghan Markle that was totally unfair, totally uncalled for, and no wonder she basically had a breakdown and had to leave the country.
Yes, totally understandable. After that 2-page avocado spread, of course she had a breakdown and had to leave the country.
Yeah, I don't think it was that at all. I think she was a very cynical person who decided to hook her claws into Prince Harry as a meal ticket for life, dragged him back to California for the good life in a mansion where they trade off their royal titles for hundreds of millions of dollars, and I think it's despicable.
Piers, you bigot! It was the avocados!
However, we can agree to disagree. Maybe on this one we might find some agreement. Constantine, this once again, this issue of trans athletes...
Oh, no, I think we'll leave it there for today's video. We've had a great time. We've caught up with all of the news, with Rishi Sunak's little gag, with Meghan Markle's coffee ad, even with a bit of old-fashioned race baiting. As I say, we've got a few more days left in December. There's still time. And I'll be making as many videos as I can, of course, and to ward off those intrusive thoughts. Thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Ryan is sitting there, he's a chicken farmer, he's wearing ostrich boots, and he lives in the middle of nowhere. We are witnessing a global assault on democracy and freedom.